You know?
I mean, on the latest album, your name is on the writing credits for every track.
On Deeper Cut.
On Deeper Cut.
No, the difference was, and that's just an ego thing, and it was just part of the process of Deeper Cut. I wanted, because I had written Children and I had written.
Well, the only reason I was asking, because obviously to have an input into each of the tracks, because is that something that you would sort of necessarily feel more prominent in doing, because you have to believe when you sing it live?
Well, always I write at the piano or the guitar. I had done before the Temperance Movement, but what happened with the Temperance Movement was I was given 2 other people to write with originally. That's in its original form, and basically, so anything that I wrote or anything that I had was kind of made better by 2 other writers. Luke set that up. But Luke asked me if I would like to join a band with him, and I came down and met him, and he instantly introduced me to Paul, he had told me about Paul, his guitar friend who he knew. And what Luke was doing there was he was setting up a community of a writing partnership that was more than just 2 people. And that, I think, was a very, very clever thing to do. Now, Luke left after a while, after the second record. And a Deeper Cut, with Matt White joining and initially touring 2 albums that he wasn't involved in writing at all. When it came to Deeper Cut, it was he had stuff that he had, like Love and Devotion that we just played in the sound check there was Matt's. There's a few other things. Writing was sporadic. It was difficult. It was awkward. It was not done so much as we all sit down together and write a song. Me and Paul write a song, or me and Matt sit down and write a song. We did that a little bit, but generally it was done through a period of time where we went to, and I live in Glasgow and those guys live in London, so I would write Children, or I would write Backwater Zoo, and then when we would get together we would sort of try and play them or try and record them, and they would send me up stuff. So I heard the band playing Love and Devotion, or The Way It Was and The Way It Is Now, one day, which really just spun my head and thought, right, I can get into this record now, and I kind of know that it's going to be okay,
So you can almost visualise yourself playing it and singing it on stage how you want to sort of perform it, and that sort of is always a good sign.
It was. I think that I'm very much into, I think, trying to keep in the thing that Luke had with the partnership of writing. I don't always think that 5 people together is works, because it's just difficult. It's just difficult for me personally. I may yet have to learn the best role for me in that situation. I just don't think I know that. But I'm quite comfortable sitting with 1 person or 2 people. But we all share in the writing of it. We all share in the writing of where my name is on it, or where Paul's name is on a thing. As I say, that was really just a vanity in my part, because I had written the thing and it ends up pretty much as it was, but with a band on it, and in days gone past, I wouldn't have bothered. But I think it's part of the kind of tension of this record, and because we went through a period. The first record, it was the 3 of us, and the second record was just everybody, because Radiohead did that, which I think is incredibly worthy, and probably the most honest that a band can be, because whatever anybody does in a song, when you're recording it, you're doing something on it.
But it's also something you've got to believe in and feel proud of 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line as well. You don't want to sort of look back and think, oh, shit, I shouldn't have written that. Oh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
You really have to feel it. I mean, like for example, in Nashville, somewhere like Nashville, they have like a songwriters almost guild, don't they, where they get together and they come up with some of these amazing tracks in the way that you were talking about, almost like 2 or 3 people sitting in a room throwing ideas at each other, and then there will be a song come out. And
yeah, you need some. I know from basically, I have always needed to co-write. I've always needed to, although I never have. I've very rarely done it. Now, what happens with my songs is they are very much the same flavour. If it's just something that I've written, but occasionally I get it. I can do it better, but it will just be the same flavour. And what you need is somebody to come in and go, I love that. What about at that point we try doing this, and then initially I'll just go I like that until it plays in my head, and I think that's really good because it doesn't sound like what I would do, and that's what the Temperance Movement gave to me. It showed me what music could sound like that I wasn't completely responsible for, and that it was a good sound.
I think it's a good dynamic as well as a band. That, like you say, you get that input. One day you might think, "Nah, sounds crap. I really wouldn't do that." Like you say, you sit there, you ponder, you hear it again, you think, "Do you know what? Let's try it next time." And then, wow. And then, I mean, because however you do it, whether it's 5 people sat in a room, whether it's you on your own, your first 3 studio albums are amazing. I think the sound, the vocals, the lyrics, I just think it's... I mean, Serenity to me was one of my all-time favourite songs off the first record. Oh. I absolutely adore that record.
That was actually it was the second song that was written, and it was written with those two sending me up the thing and then me sending it back with a vocal, and it was that one and it was Ain't No Tellin' were the first 2 that were written.